Hi, I'm Maggie Reese from Team Ruger, and I'm a brand ambassador and professional shooter. I've been shooting now for 10 years, and my mission is to take new shooters into the firearms community, make sure they're safe, and make sure they're having fun. So this is Maggie's mission.
This is Ruger America, New Shooter Academy.
So I moved to this country when I was in college, and I was basically an exchange student, and then I went to school, and I got into marketing. And I didn't really have any perception of guns. Like, I didn't interact with people who were shooting or anything. I think I would like to get more familiar with the types of guns so that I know what's the right thing for me, because there's such a variety of different kind of guns. So, and of course, find out how to get certified and concealed weapon carrier and stuff.
So is safety a big important?
Yes, I have a 15-year-old daughter, so that's kind of I want to do it right,
Hi, I'm Maggie Reese. Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you too.
I'm here from Team Ruger. I've brought 2 different firearms with me, but first, before we jump into everything, I want to know a little bit about your background and what your shooting experience is.
Okay, so my background, I'm originally from Russia. I came here when I was in college, and I'm in marketing now. So I went to school here, and I started getting interested in firearms, guns, shooting at the ranges. I was invited by a couple of friends. So I have a little bit experience, but I want to know more about safety, different types of guns, et cetera. So maybe someday I can own a gun as well.
Nice. So you don't own anything yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, well, this is going to be so great because I've brought 2 different guns with me. They're very different, and I always think that it's good for people to try a bunch of different things before they go out and purchase their first gun. So I'm excited. I think you're going to like these guns.
Awesome, thank you.
So just so you know, empty chamber, no magazine, the gun is unloaded, so safe to handle right now. So whenever I get a new gun, for me personally, I always want to take a moment just to see how it feels completely empty. Just press on the trigger, because every gun will be a little bit different. Okay. So I rack the gun so I can reset the trigger, push out towards the target, and just see how that feels. And I do this with every new gun that I get. And I might do it, 5 times, 10 times, however many, just so I know exactly when that shot is going to break, and I can kind of see how it feels in my hand. Okay. So I'm going to give this to you. And I'm going to make an adjustment with your grip. I'm going to have you put that thumb on top. Okay. And then your thumbs are going to rest on the frame a little bit. It might feel awkward at first, but what it does is it gives you more surface area in your palm to press against the gun and really get a good squeeze with your left hand. Okay. And do you see the front sight lined up with the rear sight?
Yes.
Get your thumbs up high, line the front sight up with the rear sight, and feel that trigger. Is it a light trigger to you, or?
It's kind of medium.
Medium, okay. And I'm going to keep adjusting your grip, because that's going to help you to not recoil down to the low left. Yes. Okay. So I would just keep doing it. Just line that front sight up with the rear sight and just feel that trigger. Thumbs up high, nice good grip, and then lean forward a little bit with your upper body. So it's aggressive stance, feet shoulder width apart, leaning forward. And when I push out to the target, I don't completely lock out, maybe just back up an inch or so.
Relax the shoulders.
Just, yeah, but really lean into it. And just like that, perfect. And you have good gun handling. I saw that your finger was outside of the trigger, so that's good. But I'm going to keep getting your hand up as high as possible on that gun. Does everything feel comfortable to you? Does it feel comfortable in your hand? You feel like
it does, yes. I like the grip right here. It's the right size for my hand.
Yes, that's nice.
That's very nice.
Perfect. So, do you feel comfortable shooting this gun?
I am.
All right, so let's load up some ammo. And first, let's just start with maybe just one shot at a time.
I got you.
Just so you can feel how the gun recoils and get that confidence behind it.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, so I've loaded you up a magazine. We're gonna live fire, and I really want you to think about having an aggressive stance, feet shoulder width apart, lean into that gun, smooth trigger press as you line up the sights on the target.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yes.
All right, you're gonna be awesome. Let's grab some hearing protection. All right, guys, we're going hot. So here is your firearm, here is your magazine. Load from the bottom, pull back on the slide, let go, and continue on with your grip. So bullets always pointing forward in the direction that the barrel's pointing. Perfect. Pull straight back. So these fingers line around underneath. I'm gonna check your thumbs, nice. Good press, and you're gonna squeeze with that left hand as hard as you can. Line the front sight up with the rear sight, and just one trigger press, more fire, one shot. Smooth, even trigger press. Nice. How did that feel? Was it comfortable?
It did actually. It felt pretty smooth.
Nice, nice. So, perfect. So I always just want people, when they're experiencing a new firearm, to feel the trigger first, feel one press first, and kind of understand it. So you're a little bit off to the right with your first shot.
Okay.
So when you're shooting, think about using the meaty part of your finger and pulling straight back towards you. Straight, like it's a string that you're pulling back towards you.
Okay.
And sometimes what happens is people kind of go off to the
Tend
side
to
a little
side
bit,
to
and
side,
it
yes.
will really affect your accuracy. So just think about pulling straight back towards you.
Okay.
And I'm going to turn the gun over because when you pick it up, it's easier to establish
Exactly,
this
yes.
grip. So I always set
That's
it
a
down
good
like
point
that,
right there.
and then
Awesome.
perfect. So up to the line, and at your pace, as you feel comfortable, get that thumb on top, hold on to that gun, lean forward with your upper body. Nice aggressive stance, front sight lined up with the rear sight, smooth, even trigger press, smooth, even trigger press. And let's fire again, front sight lined up with the rear sight. All right, I'm gonna take this from you, and then sometimes what happens, I'm gonna unload it because I want to show you something. Sometimes gun is unloaded, there's nothing in the barrel, there's nothing in the mag well. What happens is people start to anticipate the flinch of the gun. So what they're doing when they pull the trigger is they're actually going like that.
Oh, okay.
Because in your mind, you know that it's gonna rise up, and
Go
so
up, yes.
you automatically just want to
So your
compensate
body's
it.
preparing for that, basically.
Yes, exactly. But you don't want to do that. You have to overcome the flinch. So sometimes it's good to just go back with the empty gun and really think about just pulling that trigger straight back towards you. And you might have to check yourself sometimes. I do the same thing too. I start going fast, I start getting in the moment, and then things go low left, all around. So rack the slide a couple times and just really feel that trigger again, unloaded. I like to go back and forth, and it helps to remind me. Go ahead and pull back on the slide. Line up your grip, that thumb on top. And just feel that trigger pulling straight back towards you. Did you see the gun dip down?
Yes, I did see that. Wow.
All right. This thumb on top, that thumb pressed into the slide. A little bit of movement, but much better.
Okay.
So
Takes practice.
Yeah, you just have to keep practicing, and this is why I dry fire so much at home, is because you can see that little bit of a dip, and you kind of know. I saw the gun just a little bit go off to the side that time. Perfect. Perfect. All right, so let's go back to live fire, and I want you to do the same exact thing, just smooth trigger press, smooth trigger press.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead and reload your firearm. Nice, strong, good grip, that thumb on top. Squeeze with your left hand. Lean into it. And nice, smooth, nice. A little bit better on the gray. Do it again. Let that gun rise up like it wants to. You don't need to help it. It's going to do what it wants to. Smooth trigger press, smooth trigger press. One more time. All right. Yeah. So those are just things that you can work on, you know, at home. If you get your own firearm, the benefit of having your own firearm is that you can then practice the dry fire and get that feel behind what the trigger is doing, how it feels in your hand. Even for myself now, I dry fire all the time. It
takes continuous practice to keep up
yes,
the skills,
weekly,
yes.
you know, if not daily. I always dry firing. Gotcha. And then I go and see what happens when I do the live fire, and am I implementing the skills that I wanted to. So you're on the gray, you're center mass. I'm pretty happy. Do you want to now try a different gun?
Yes, I would love to.
Awesome, awesome. All right, let's do that. So with the millions of new shooters out there, tons of new gun owners, I want to take every person, sit them down, and make sure that they understand how to properly load that firearm, unload that firearm, handle it safely, keep it pointed in a safe direction, shoot well, competently, but also have a good time. Because ultimately, if you have a good time practicing with your firearm, you are going to be a better shooter in the long run. And a better shooter makes for a safer shooter. So this is Ruger's pistol caliber carbine. So it looks like an AR rifle, but it's shooting a pistol cartridge. It's actually shooting the exact same ammo that we shot in the Security 9. Okay. The benefits of that are that it is much less recoil. So it's feels better to shoot, much more comfortable. And you can get a lot of practice and training if you want to switch over to a rifle platform, but you can do it with the same ammo that you're shooting out of your pistol and not tire yourself out as much. Okay. So just like the pistol, I want to show you that this gun is completely unloaded. There's nothing in the mag well, nothing in the chamber for both of these. So unloaded firearm. This gun, in addition to just being a fun gun to shoot and give you your rifle training, it's actually becoming really, really popular in competition. And it can even be popular for people who are looking for a home defense or personal protection gun in the home, because if you're coming from a place where you already have the rifle experience and you're comfortable with that platform, it's a natural transition to go back and forth. So it's got some really cool features on it. It's got an adjustable stock in the back, so we're gonna set one up so it feels comfortable for you. Okay. And when you grab it, you're gonna wrap your fingers around the grip, just like pistol, but this hand is gonna go out front. Okay. And it's gonna help you hold up the weight of the gun. Okay. And the other thing is when you're transitioning from target to target, you can kind of use your pointer finger to guide you. So I always keep this finger extended out. And what I'm looking for is to put my cheek right underneath it, just a little bit of pressure, looking straight forward. There's a red dot, which I'm going to turn on. And unlike the pistol, where you had your point of focus on the front sight and the rear sight, your point of focus now is going to be on the target, and you're just going to put the red dot on the target. Gotcha. It's a short trigger pull, so it's going to feel a little bit different than the Security 9, but again, it's really light recoiling gun. So I think you're going to really like it. So I've got a magazine for you. It's going to load from the bottom until it clicks, then pull back on the charging handle, and I'm going to walk you through it. So step by step.
Safety, right?
Safety. I don't know if it'll go on when it's, yeah, well. All right. So go ahead, grab the gun. Magazine well. Push it in until it clicks. You're set. This is your charging handle, so you pull back and let go. Yep, you're set. Your safety is still on, so you can get into position, get comfortable, line that gun up, put the red dot right on the target. Okay. Nice, smooth trigger pull when you're ready. It was right in the center.
Wow.
How did it feel? If you want, you can put the safety on and set it down, and we can talk about it.
It felt very different, even more smooth. Like it feels like I have more handle because
Yes.
I'm guessing because I'm holding it,
Yes.
longer arm and all that. So it was very nice. Yeah.
Well, that's the reason a lot of people like rifles, ARs, it's that 3 points of contact. So instead of just 2 hands on the gun, now you have the addition of putting
The
it
whole
into your
body is
shoulder.
engaged into
it.
Wow.
So it's
Big difference.
Big difference. And people will find that. Some people are just strictly pistol people, and some people just love rifles, and
Or both.
or both. But you have to try it to know.
It's awesome to have variety and, to know that there are different features to each gun.
Yeah.
And the rifle, you have a pistol, everything. So this is
Absolutely.
awesome.
Awesome. So do you think you liked it?
I did.
Awesome. You want to shoot some more?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I've got 2 targets downrange, so you can shoot just 1 shot on each target and kind of feel the gun moving back and forth. And
Okay.
your finger, remember, is going to be extended, so it's going to point at this target and then point at the next target.
Okay.
At the pace that you feel comfortable shooting.
I got you. Okay.
All right, so you are loaded up, your safety is
wipe off
on,
me.
but all you have to do is just take the safety off when you're ready to shoot.
Okay.
So nice, smooth grip. If you can, just bring it up a little bit. Nice, smooth cheek weld. See the front sight lined up with the rear sight. And at your pace, fire 1 shot at the first target, 1 shot at the second target. Very nice. They're all in the red box. Nice. All right, that was perfect. And I
Wow.
saw that as you were shooting, you started
Yes,
to
I
lean
started
back,
leaning
but then
backwards
you
and
corrected
then I
yourself.
adjusted,
Yes,
yes.
so that's always good because when you're at the range by yourself, you have to know, okay, what's going to feel different? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing right? So I'm so happy to see that.
Thank you so much. This
Yay.
is awesome.
Yay.
Good tips, and it was awesome.
All right, so that was awesome shooting. I'm so excited. I want to go downrange and look at your targets.
Sounds good.
All right, let's unload first.
So we tried out a couple of different guns today. So it was very different. I mean, the handling and the features of them, I got to learn a lot of new things. I mean, you work with a professional, so.
So these are your 2 targets that you were shooting at, a little bit low with the handgun, but we're going to keep working on that with your dry fire practice in between your live fire range practice. But these are your shots with the PC, with the
Wow.
pistol caliber carbine. So
I'm very excited about that. I did not expect anything like that.
you
so.
might be a rifle shooter. You
Oh.
might be. I like it. Now you got to think about all the other guns that you're going to want to buy.
Well, it's definitely a good practice for me to get comfortable with the guns, different variety of them, and to know that, the capabilities and, different features too.
Yeah,
So
awesome.
thank you. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Yay.
Yay.
Maggie explained to me how, the whole standing even, because you're engaged in the whole body, especially with the second, the second gun, it was more body you have to put into the whole ordeal. Shooting is not just pointing, and you have to think about those little things. And safety is one of them. Switching that safety button back and, properly handling it. And I definitely gained more confidence. My name is Evgeniya, and I am part of Maggie's mission.